And now for some funny with 2016 Thurber Prize for American Humor winner for his hilarious book, The World's Largest Man, Harrison Scott Key. He's spoken at TEDx and hundreds of book festivals, conferences, universities all over the nation, and his humor and nonfiction have appeared in numerous publications. He works at the Savannah College of Art and Design, where he has held appointments as Chair of Liberal Arts, Professor of English, Professor of Writing, and Executive Dean. And I love this. Southern Living says of him, like Flannery O'Connor meets Chuck Klosterman meets Seinfeld. Harrison Scott Key is one of Southern Gothic's great new hopes. Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, let's do this, the Thurber 13. Harrison, what is your favorite word?
Probably Harrison.
What is your least favorite word?
Oh, my least favorite word. I like them all. I'm going to think about it. We'll go with hungry for now.
Okay, we'll circle back. Name one thing on your bucket list.
I want to die one day.
Okay. Favorite book you read as a kid?
I had a pop-up book of gnomes. I loved that book so much. There were gnomes all over that book, and you would just open it and gnomes would pop up, and then you could slide little pieces of cardboard and gnomes would pop out of trees. It was labeled, and it was almost like a scientific textbook. Obviously, it was not a normal book, and I loved reading the World Book Encyclopedia too, which was what we had instead of cable or the internet. But I really love that gnome pop-up book so much.
What sound do you love?
I love the sound of church bells.
What smell do you hate?
Churches that are on fire. I hate that.
Who is your favorite humorist?
There's so many great ones. I'm going to say that Charles Portis is an unappreciated humorist, the author of True Grit. He did not write Westerns, contrary to what most people think. He was just a very funny and dry man from Little Rock, Arkansas. And he is absolutely the funniest American novelist. He passed away, 3 or 4 years ago. I would put him right up there at the top.
If you were sent to a deserted island, what would be one thing that you could not live without?
Fresh water. You definitely have to have fresh water or you die.
What folly of man do you find the funniest?
Oh, gosh. Pride.
Next question, and remember, Thurber's listening. Cats or dogs?
Oh, definitely. For what? For eating or pets? What do you mean?
Yeah, whatever.
I think I prefer cats because I have one of each, and the dog is. I don't know if you've ever lived with an escaped convict. If you've hidden an escaped convict in your home, but that's what having a dog is like. And living with a cat is just like, it's like living with your mother-in-law after your wife has died. You just don't talk a lot, and that's probably for the best. So I'm going to go with neither if that was an option, but otherwise I'm going to say cat because life is too hard to have to deal with animals that can't talk, and it's a lot, and I'm really upset about it. And can we just move on to the next question?
Are you a Thurber fan?
Oh, definitely. Anybody who gives me prizes named after him, I'm a huge fan of. I remember reading The Catbird Seat in high school, and his short story where I remember the phrase "coked to the gills" is in that short story, and that blew my mind that somebody would assign that in school, that you could read that. I'd never really read anything that was really, I'd read, Walter Mitty, but that's such a sort of overly assigned piece that you don't think about it as much. But reading The Catbird Seat blew my mind, and I was really envious of somebody who could make a living writing phrases like "coke to the gills," and I wanted to be like that person.
Oh, that's great. So what you said, Walter Mitty, what is your Walter Mittyest fantasy?
Gosh, I pretty much live in that reality all the time. I mean, that's what's so great about being a writer is you're always sort of imagining things that have or haven't happened. I feel like I am living the absolute best life that I could possibly be living. So I may be somebody else's Walter Mitty fantasy. And if that's true, that's fine. I'm perfectly willing to be idolized by people I don't even know.
That's way to take one for the team. Well done. Okay, so last question. If comedy heaven exists, who do you want to greet you at the door?
Oh man, comedy heaven. Probably Gallagher. I don't know if he's dead or not yet, but somebody's probably killed him by this point. And I would just love to, because I feel like he'd probably be eating at the table by himself up there. I would love to hang out with Gallagher. I mean, there's so many great ones, Robin Williams and people like that that are so funny. But man, I loved renting Gallagher VHS tapes in the 80s, and my family was so kind to tolerate my watching them over and over again.
Harrison Scott Keith, thank you so much. Now, is there anything you want to share with us about what you've got going on or coming up?
The book that I won the Thurber Prize for, The World's Largest Man, has been adapted into a screenplay. I don't know. It may be the first Thurber book that might become a movie. It's definitely not the first Thurber Prize winner that might become a movie. Anything might become a movie. But I've just finished adapting it with an old friend of mine, and we're working with a producer on that, and that's really exciting. It only takes movies about 30 to 50 years to get made.
Right.
So check back with me in 2060, but that's exciting. And I'm working on a third nonfiction book that will probably be out in 2022. And it is about religion, and it's funny, and I'm going to get in so much trouble when it comes out. So I can't wait to sleep in the attic of the Thurber house again to get away from the religious authorities.
We'll have the room ready for you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, so we'll probably see more Harrison Scott Key on the Thurber Prize submission files too, or pile too, right?
That's right. You sure
Yeah,
will.
excellent, excellent.